This is 20th day of remembrance of Maharishi. And we had a very well organized function in connection with this. And it went on very well. And I'm also thinking of this 20th day after the Maharishi's Samadhi day. And today I'm going to discuss the topic of Kaya-kalpa. I have been talking about Kaya-kalpa for the past 40, 45 years. But today, my feelings are different. Just before this day, I used to talk about Kaya-kalpa with lot of confidence and ego, with egoistically that I know so much about Kaya-kalpa. But today, I'm going to talk about my ignorance about Kaya-kalpa. And I have given some questionnaires as we discuss in the meeting. I'll get exposed to what extent I don't know about Kaya-kalpa. In that way, this Kaya-kalpa is interesting for me, even after 45 years of Kaya-kalpa. May I ask Vijay Lakshmi to share the screen with the first set of questions?
Yes, ayya. We have the questions here.
First set. 4 sets I have forwarded, isn't it?
Ayya. Yeah.
Adila first.
Yeah, first set is fundamental understanding. What is Kaya Kalpa?
No, just there are some questions, 20 questions in each division. You just project it.
Okay. So there are questions
There are
which are in
some
the
26
different categories.
participants. There are some 26 participants today, and each set will have around 20 to 26 questions. Project the first slide, first set.
Are you able to see my screen, everybody? The
Yes, we are
Kaya
able
Kalpa
to.
comprehensive analytical study. Is that the screen you guys are able to
We're
see?
seeing the live force meeting invitation 3.png.
Okay, there is one more presenting.
I'm seeing what you have put on the link. Leave
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
Leave that one. I have forwarded 4 things, 4 set of questions, isn't it?
Yes, ayya.
Yeah. In that, you take the first one and project.
Okay.
Is it clear for all?
Now we are looking at what is Kaya Kalpa, the chat GPT.
Yes, correct. the same one.
Right.
Introduction. Tarun, may I request you to read it?
Yeah, sure, ayya.
Yes.
Kayakalpa Yoga questions is what
Introduction.
we are going to do now. Introduction. Kayakalpa Yoga is a refined system of yogic science aimed at preserving, transforming, and elevating the fundamental life energy within the human body. Unlike conventional approaches that focus only on physical fitness or mental relaxation, Kayakalpa operates at the interface of biology, consciousness, and spiritual evolution. The term Kayakalpa itself means Kaya is body, Kalpa transformation, rejuvenation,
1 minute.
or perfection.
1 minute, Tarun.
Yes, ayya.
Even the way Kayakalpa is explained looks different, isn't it?
Yes.
So, what is different in this? Preserving, transforming, and
Elevating the fundamental life energy.
so all the way we explain the Kayakalpa conventionally is different from today's explanation.
Correct.
Yeah, I request all of you to focus on what is new in today's explanation. Today all the questions are new to me. Let me see how well I fare in dealing with these questions. Proceed. The term Kayakalpa.
The term Kayakalpa itself means Kaya, body, Kalpa, transformation, rejuvenation, or perfection. Thus, Kayakalpa implies the transformation of the body into a refined instrument capable of sustaining higher states of awareness. Again, this is completely different from what has been said so far.
Yeah. So only I was excited to reread Kayakalpa today with these notes. Nature and scope of Kayakalpa Yoga.
Okay. Nature and scope of Kayakalpa Yoga. Kayakalpa Yoga is not merely physical or mental. It is integrative. Sorry. Physical level works through the neuromuscular actions and glandular regulation. Glandular, not granular, glandular. Vital levels conserves and redirects bioenergy. Mental level stabilizes thought patterns and emotions. Spiritual level elevates consciousness towards subtle awareness. It is therefore a bio-psycho-spiritual discipline.
So this is again something new. The mental level stabilizes thought patterns and emotions. I have not talked about emotions with Kayakalpa. Here it is thought pattern and emotions are stabilized, he says, at the mental level. The spiritual level, Tarun, continue.
Okay. The spiritual level elevates consciousness towards subtle awareness.
So what is the change in the awareness with Kayakalpa? Can anyone explain subtle awareness? Elevation of consciousness towards subtle awareness. Can anyone explain what this means.
Anyone wants to volunteer, please?
Today, a lot of new faces. Everyone is
Yes,
Valga Valdan.
Mr. Mugamaya,
Yes.
please carry on.
I just want to see. I know you're trying to make it as a very interactive and question and answer session, and I really appreciate that. But is this answers from ChatGPT or is it from yourself? You know, the like you have all the subheadings, 1, 2, and then is this answers the points which is explained in bullet points? Is it the answers from ChatGPT?
Yes,
Is
yes.
it, that's okay? Yeah. I know you previously asked something earlier about like you find something new. I personally feel that I know chat is it's a language and communication enrichment we get from that. But I'll tell you this. I mean, from my perspective, like what Swamiji has, I mean, or even from attending so many conferences and talking about Kayakalpa, we need to use the word like enrichment, like say for example if you have an atom like an isotope or like or not even isotope radioactive elements, and you need to enrich that to harvest that actual nuclear energy, and that term of that type of most powerful and energetic terms, I would like to see that here, because we all know energy and we all know that there is a source of energy, but the energy is not harvested directly. The energy is always harvested through a process called enrichment. And I think better off to suggest the ChatGPT to use the word enrichment on top of that. But going to your recent question about the subtle, what do you call that? What does it say? Subtle
Elevates
awareness.
consciousness towards subtle awareness.
Subtle awareness, yeah. I think that term also relates to energy. We are talking in terms of language, of energy. And subtle means very, very little, but very powerful. And so once you get to that stage, you are aware of what's going around you. And then as a result of that, your consciousness is heightened, or like even being aware of our energy, like energy level, or aware of ourselves as an energy being. Like we are all an energy being. We are not like the muscles or the bones or the nerves or the circulation of the blood. Even down to that is the energy body inside. And once we are aware of that, then we are elevating ourselves. That's a new way of seeing ourselves. I think it's talking in terms of energy. Correct me if I'm
Yes.
wrong here.
Okay. We are on the first set of projection. Let us
Ayya
proceed.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Just one
Yes,
minute.
Valga Valdan.
It means it reduces the brain frequency to subtle levels.
Yes. Okay. When it reduces the frequency, it elevates the consciousness. Okay. Shall we proceed? Tarun,
Can I comment,
concept.
sir?
Yeah,
Can,
Lila
Yes, sir.
Vinodhan,
Yes,
I
sir.
want to say.
Leela Vinodhan,
spirit,
please.
yes, sir. So the spiritual level elevates the conscious towards subtle awareness. So what I understand, elevates the Mooladhar consciousness and taking to universal consciousness. It's
Yes.
body consciousness going and connecting to elevating to universal consciousness. That is a spiritual level we are taking from body level to universe level. That's the meaning I could
Okay.
understand from this.
Very nice. Appreciated. Let us
Thank you.
proceed and see. We will discuss
Okay.
it later. Since we have around 80 suggestions from the AI, let us see how it is. Concept of sexual vital energy.
concept of sexual vital energy. In Kaya Kalpa, the sexual vital fluid is understood as a biological essence produced through metabolic refinement, a highly concentrated energy reserve, a carrier of genetic and regenerative potential.
So, who will take up this? Ashwinji?
Namaskar. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Biological essence.
I'm sorry?
A biological essence produced through metabolic refinement, a highly concentrated energy reserve, a carrier of genetic and regenerative potential. Ashwinji, your take on that?
What is said here is perfectly makes sense because the sexual vital energy is inside the body, which is related to the biological phenomena of the body itself. Since the energy is concentrated in that vital fluid, so it is definitely a biological essence, or the concentrated essence of the entire biology of the body. Obviously, it is a concentrated energy reserve, and as we all know, it carries the genetic code inside it because it has the regenerative potential. Because you can produce the replicates of your own self in the form of children and so forth. So these three things perfectly make sense to me.
Thank you very much. We will move on to the modern perspective.
From a modern perspective, it correlates with hormonal secretion, example testosterone and estrogen, neurochemical vitality, reproductive fluids containing essential biomolecules. This energy is not limited to reproduction. It is seen as a convertible life force. Can you go back up? Yeah. Hormonal secretion, neurochemical vitality, reproductive fluid containing essential biomolecules. And the word it says is convertible life force. That I can relate. That's what Maharishi keeps saying. That you need to hold on to a life.
So, appreciate the precise way of putting so many important points in single lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, see, this is what exactly we say, what is called ojas in Maharishi also.
I think we will come to it later. We will see.
Okay.
Okay.
Importance of conservation.
So we'll move on to the third one, importance of conservation. Conservation does not imply suppression. Instead, it means avoiding unnecessary dissipation, maintaining maintaining energetic integrity, enhancing systemic efficiency. When conserved, energy supports cellular repair and regeneration. The brain receives enhanced nourishment. Mental clarity improves. When dissipated excessively, fatigue, emotional instability, and reduced vitality may occur.
Okay, we can proceed.
Okay, the fourth point, biological and endocrine basis. Kaya Kalpa has strong correlations with the endocrine system. Gonads, primary source of reproductive energy. Pituitary, regulatory master gland. Pineal, linked with circadian rhythm and circadian rhythm, and higher awareness. The practice may influence hormonal balance, autonomic nervous system regulation, neuroendocrine integration.
So this is also well understood and stressed the autonomic system regulation, the predominance of parasympathetic over sympathetic system, which is vital for the spiritual pathway. Right? Next, effect on brain and nervous system.
The effect on brain and nervous system. The upward redirections of energy is believed to enhance neural efficiency, improves attention and memory, promotes neuroplasticity.
How it promotes
Psychologically, this may involve.
1 minute,
Go ahead.
How it promotes neuroplasticity, how it improves attention and memory, and neural efficiency, how it is enhanced. This we may have to spend some time over it, but not now. We will just mark this and come back to it when necessary, when it is feasible. Physiologically,
this may involve increased parasympathetic activation, reduced stress hormone levels, improved cerebral circulation.
Yes. Spinal cord and
energy channels. The traditional yogic science speaks of subtle channels, nadis, especially Ida, Pingala, Sukshmana. Modern parallels may include spinal cord pathway, neural conduction system. Kayakalpa practices stimulative and base of spine influences both physical nerve, subtle energy pathway.
So these subtle energy pathways are to be explored still further on more information from the scientific aspect. Proceed. Kayakapa practice stimulate the
stimulates the base of the spine, influencing both physical nerves, subtle energy pathways.
Okay. Next.
Number 7. Mechanism of energy transformation. Transmutation occurs through muscular control, example, pelvic contraction, breath regulation, mental focus. This leads to conversion of reproductive energy into bioelectric and neuroenergetic force. Redistribution towards higher center. It is both physiological and experimental, not mere symbolic.
Yes.
A very powerful word here. The last one, it is both physiological and experimental, not mere symbolic. People think it's symbolic, but it's not.
That is, it's both physiological and experimental. The distribution, the energy from the lower spinal centers to higher spinal centers, from biological to spiritual, and it is easily understood. It is physiological and experimental and not merely symbolic.
Experiential.
Yes.
Not experimental. It's not experiential.
Correct. Experiential.
Experiential.
Yeah, both are different.
Yeah.
Yes. Role of breathing.
Thank you. Number 8, role of breathing. Breath acts as a bridge between body and mind. Regulates oxygen and energy flow. Synchronizes neural rhythms. Assists in directing internal energy. Controlled breathing enhances energy circulation and stability.
Anything needs elaboration? Easily understood, isn't it? We will proceed next. 9.
Number 9,
Function.
function of Ashwini Mudra. Ashwini Mudra involves rhythmic contraction of anal and pelvic muscles, stimulates pelvic nerves, activates energy at the base center, prevents downward dissipation. Mechanically, it improves circulation, muscle tone. Energetically, it supports upward movements of vital force.
So, prevents downward dissipation and encourages upward movement. Anyone?
This is a new take on Ashwini Mudra, actually. Yeah, we only talk about churning process. We never talk about what else it does outside churning.
So, the way we look at the Kayakalpa is different here than what we are used to, and activates energy at the base center. That is when the parasympathetic predominates over sympathetic, and the Mula Bandha, which we assume directs energy upwards, and downward dissipation is prevented. The Mooladhara center is the last one, the basal one, and it is in communication with the exterior. And only when the things to be eliminated, only when they are cleared, the base center will be ready for higher functions. And this is stressed, prevents downward dissipation, activates energy at the base center, so that the abhana and the other energies are expelled, and the vital energy is not allowed to come down and dissipate, but conserves and projects it upwards. So this is facilitated by circulation and muscle tone. And yes.
Sorry, Tarunaya, I just want to add, when you do the contraction, the Ashwini Mudra, then that correlates to churning. But when you do the breathing with the triple lock, like all the bandhas, and then that's actually lifting it up, like the upward movement is always there. And for personally, that's not new to me, because you would feel it in the vertex when you do the like the ojas breathing along with the triple lock, and after that, the nectar is produced up there, and that is either shifted from the base to the vertex, like very close to the hypothalamus or the HPA, hypothalamus pituitary axis, or it could be very close to the pineal body, and you will feel it on the vertex. So that upward movement is always there.
The upward movement, in our understanding, is with the ojas breath, and not with the pelvic contractions, Ashwini Mudra. It is the inspiration of ojas breath is lifting the energy up to the higher centers. Am I right?
Yeah, two things here. It's not to go too far of it. I'm comparing it with what is taught to us versus not the actual experience versus what ChatGPT is telling us. In the book, it
Yes.
never says anything that goes up when we do the Ashwini Mudra. It only talks about churning process. Here, the Ashwini Mudra, as described between what is in the syllabus versus what is in the actual meaning behind it, that's what I was comparing. So, yes, well, I agree with what Inmovan Ayya said. That's what I feel too. But in general, we don't teach about the upward movement or the not dissipation, preventing downward dissipation.
I also agree. That is detailed in the Ojas breath than Ashwani Mudra.
Exactly, yes.
Right. So we will move to the next one.
Number
Method
10,
and practice
method and
guideline.
practice guidelines. Key principles. Practice in a relaxed meditative state. Avoid strain or overexertion. Maintain regularity. Common mistakes: excessive force, lack of mental awareness, irregular practice. Moderation and awareness are essential. I completely agree with the lack of mental awareness. Many people just say, okay, it's only 3 minutes, you jump there, do it and run away. But actually, you should just
we go to the
mind
11th.
to that state. Yeah.
Applicability.
11, applicability across age groups. Kaya Kalpa can be practiced by adults of all age, both men and women. However, intensity should vary with age and health. Medical condition requires guidance.
Excuse me.
So
I
he
have
describes, Tarun, he describes in various age groups, 12 to 14 and around 4 or 5 divisions of age group. Let us see them one by one.
Yeah, Ashwinji had a question.
Yeah, I want to go back to the common mistakes, and
Yes.
I want to understand how do you define the excessive force?
The excessive force, we ourselves have been teaching our students. If the Ashwini Mudra is done with more force, the contraction may produce ulceration of the anal margins and lack of mental awareness. The energy, too much of force can be applied, and irregular practice is inherent in our lazy nature, not being serious about it. The moderation and awareness is essential. That is also agreed, understood, isn't it? Ashwinji, is it okay? Shall we proceed?
I just remember Swamiji also telling me that you can practice Ashwini Mudra at any time.
Yes.
If you're sitting, you can use your time, but the mental awareness is very critical when you perform the Ashwini Mudra or the Kaya Kalpa, because without mental awareness, the benefit is not as much as is expected. So mental awareness is very, very critical. But Ashwini Mudra, Swamiji used to say that you can practice at any time.
Yes. The ordinary performance without awareness is only a symbolic Ashwini Mudra, the contraction and relaxation of the anal orifice. But with awareness, it becomes Ashwani Mudra. Intensity should vary with age and health. Medical condition require guidance. That is also okay. Shall we move to the 12 and 14 age group?
12 to 14
Sorry,
energy.
sorry. I just would like to highlight a important point here. The common mistakes that people can do here is the rhythm. Like usually either they go too fast or they don't get the full contraction. Like so, I don't know whether that is mentioned here, and that I can
Here it
kind
is
of
not
correlate
mentioned.
to force. Yeah, I can that correlate to the excessive force. Like either they pull it up the pelvic floor or they hold it up either too tight. It doesn't have to be tight. It can be a very relaxed maneuver, because sometimes the tone in that muscle, it takes some time to like wean down, and then
Correct.
once it's relaxed, yeah, and then you just increase the tone and put it back. Like I'm not sure that that's what they correlate that as excessive force, but some of the common mistakes that people do is they rush, and maybe I will just add at the end how I do it, and then let's see how people practice the. Because there is always the individual variation of like when it comes to uh, like doing the technique or how we practice. Like so, maybe at the end we can just talk about that. I will let you to continue. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciated in Mogam. We will see. Proceed.
Let's proceed. 12 to
Relation.
14, energy transmutation and Kundalini. The energy
Yes.
transformation follows stages. 1. Physical vitality. 2. Biomagnetic force. 3. Mental refinement. 4. Spiritual awareness. Relation to Kundalini. Kayakalpa prepares the system. Kundalini awakening is a broader phenomenon. Kayakalpa acts as a safe preparatory process.
Okay. That is easily understood. Any point of anyone wants to elaborate on that? We will move to the next one. 15 to 17.
15 to 17, health and longevity. Potential benefits: slower aging process, improved immunity, enhanced organ function. Mechanisms may include hormonal balance, reduced oxidative stress, better circular repair. It is essentially a preventive and
But
promotive.
cellular repair.
Better cellular repair, yeah. It is essentially a preventive and promotive health system.
Okay. We will move to the next 18 to 20.
18 to 20, psychological effect. Kayakalpa influences emotional stability, reduction in compulsive desires, increased mental clarity. It helps in channeling instincts into creativity, developing self-regulation.
We all agree. Anybody with different opinion? Let us move to the next 24 to 26. Ethical lifestyle.
24 to 26. No, I think we missed 21 to 23.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. 21 to 23, spiritual significance. Kayakalpa supports meditation by stabilizing the body, reducing mental disturbance, enhancing inward focus. It is not mandatory to enlighten, but it accelerates preparedness for higher states.
Yes.
Okay, now we go to 24 to 26, ethical and lifestyle integration. Lifestyle plays a crucial role. Moderation in food and sleep, ethical living, non-violence, self-discipline, balanced family life. Importantly, Kayakalpa is designed for householders, not only for renunciates.
Okay. An important point. It is not only for renunciates, it is for householders also. Right.
So this is a part of the exercises in a way.
Yes, sir. You want to say something, sir?
No, I just said that because it's not a must for the meditation, but it accelerates the path of meditation. So
Yes.
basically, Kayakalpa is a part of the exercises, physical exercises also, in a way.
Okay.
What
The
is
next
what is not
27
only
to 30.
what
What
is
is?
not only renunciates? What is the meaning of renunciates?
Those who have moved to spiritual pathway.
Okay,
Brahmacharis.
saints.
Like
Saints.
saints and brahmacharis and yogis.
Saints. Okay. Understand. Clear, sir.
Right.
Thank you. We'll move on to 27 to 30. Scientific and conscious inquiry. Current challenges. Measuring subtle energy directly. Standardizing subjective experiences. Okay, this is again in Mugarajana. This is related to your point you started before.
Yes.
However, indirect indicators include hormonal changes, brain activity patterns, psychological assessment, Kayakalpa bridges, biology, consciousness, universal energy.
So we all agree, but the extent to which we agree may vary. And hormonal changes, the brain activity patterns, psychological assessments are not done uh, in the land where it has originated and where we are practicing. But we can take it up to enrich the practice of Kayakalpa. Shall we move to 31 to 34?
Yes, yeah. 31 to 34, global and research relevance. For modern integration can be included in preventive healthcare system, useful in stress management and mental health, potential for clinical research and validation. Comparative tradition, Taoist internal alchemy, tantric practice, other energy-based disciplines, Kayakalpa stands out for its simplicity, safety, and systemic approach.
Okay, I think here we can invite Swatantra Devi for her supplements.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Very nice questionnaire and very exhaustive replies also for that. Of course, all this we're talking about is correct. But if you want to expand on these things, I think I will need some more time with each question and the correlation between yoga and the energy.
That we will do in more detail later.
Yeah.
Now,
but only thing I want to say is this age group differentiation. I don't think we can pinpoint to like 3 years, 4 years gap like that.
Years.
I think it's an overall process. Maybe 10 years would be all right. Like
5
adolescent period, adolescents, young adults, late adults, and old people. So that sort of a correlation will be good. Otherwise, all these things make a lot of sense, a lot of coherence. But of course, there are certain points that we can clarify according to the prana and the practice itself.
Taoist internal alchemy. Have you got anything to say? Tantric practices?
Yeah, according to yoga, the Mooladhara chakra is the meeting point between the cosmic energy and our body energy. So that is where this thing. And these practices are aimed at drawing on that energy. And of course, the changing the energy flows in the body. Like prana is flowing upwards, apana is flowing downwards. Prana is like you can understand it as respiratory and cardiovascular. Apana is the excretory and the reproductive energies. So these two functions are apana. So this practice of Mula Bandha and Ashwini Mudra, they reverse this flow. So it brings down reverses the prana from upward to downwards, and then apana from downwards to upwards, and they meet in the center in the Manipura chakra, and there's supposed to be an expansion of energy. And then with the ojas breath, it is taken and to invigorate each of the chakras. So that's a process. I think later on we'll discuss each one and this thing. So it is as they said, it's a psychic, bio and neuronal exercise. Because with the voluntary control of the mind, we do the contractions, which turns the energy pattern, and then it affects a subtle body, and the chakras are part of the subtle body. So that way, and then because of the chakras are getting elevated, our consciousness is getting elevated. Because each chakra, as you go higher and higher, we move from, so like Mooladhara is security and stability, and then Swadhisthana is reproduction and enjoyment, Manipura is the power and dominance, and Anahata is compassionate, kindness and things. So like that, and when you cross Agnya Chakra, then you enter complete different domain of the higher consciousness. So this is the preparatory process, and it really helps in meditation, because meditation needs a lot of energy, and Kaya Kalpa is a process of increasing the energy balance of the body. It does it by reducing the sympathetic expenditure of energy, by activating the parasympathetic system, so that energy conservation takes place, and so that it balances both. So like that, there are so many points. Maybe we can do it later on with each question, and
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll get to the question.
We'll
Thank
do
you.
it.
Thank
One more thing, I don't know if I.
Please carry on, sir.
It also increases the quality and quantity of the sexual vital fluid. Did we say that in this 40 or points somewhere? Because I didn't see a direct mention of that.
They have mentioned reduces the dissipation and diversion, and enhances, promotes concentration, and prevents dissipation, is concentration more. And that we will take it up later, sir.
Yeah.
Now
No,
we
I
will
just
proceed.
meant that it increases the quality and quantity both.
Yes, yes, agreed. Yes, Tarun.
ஐயா வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Oh, yes, Rangasamy, yeah.
ஐயா,
Please.
may I ask a clarification? ஐயா, after doing ojas, what's the role of energy and its level, both physically and mentally, and what is the impact on cells all over the body? Kindly explain, ஐயா. The role of energy and its level, and the impact on cells we are getting.
The enormous amount of energy we develop by the Kayakalpa practice is the significant point why it is being practiced. It converts the sexual vital fluid into the ojas energy and biomagnetic energy. So the energy level, there is a tsunami of energy, to use the exaggerated terminology. So there is really a bumper increase in the biomagnetic level by the process of Kayakalpa. And it only gets distributed to the entire body by our breathing out technique, expiration of ojas breath. Okay, sir?
Okay, yeah, okay. Now, the impact on cells, yeah, all over the body.
The cells are getting the enormous amount of energy, biomagnetism, which is used for repairing. The one of the functions of the sexual vital fluid, non-sexual functions of the sexual vital fluid, is repair of the cells of the body. And this is very important. When the damage is more than the critical level, autophagy takes over. which is also facilitated by Kayakalpa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Ayya, Leela Vinodanaya have questions, Ayya.
Yes.
Leela Vinodanaya.
Question.
Yes.
First one is the sexual vital fluid is
Yes.
coming from the bone marrow. From
Yes.
bone marrow, the sexual vital fluid is generated, and where the sexual vital fluid is collected, and further during our Kayakalpa, how it sexual vital fluid, how it converts to energy, energy particle or biomagnetic energy, and it is swirling in the Mooladhara, and how it
Yes.
converts, that process only I am not clear. How
Right, sir.
from marrow to
Let me explain.
SVF? Yes,
Let,
sir. Marrow to
let me
SVF,
explain.
SVF to energy
Yes, yes.
particle. Yes, yes.
See, the entire body, the whole body is filled by biomagnetism, and that biomagnetism is in a spinning movement. It moves
Yes, sir.
from periphery to the axis of the uh, Sushumna axis of the central axis of the spinal cord, or and this spinning movement not only in the horizontal axis, also on the vertical axis and the intermediate axes which are not mentioned. It is almost 360 degrees of circulation. In this circulation, um, the mass of the circulating tadus, the seven tadus, matter. The heaviest is sexual vital fluid. And so when it circulates in the biomagnetic pool, it gravitates to the center. The since it is Mooladhara is the basal chakra, it gravitates to the um Mooladhara, and the movement of the sexual vital fluid produced at the biggest marrow, that is brain, is gravitating to the center is because of the composite spinning system, and this accumulates in the peri genetic center area. The genetic center, the Mooladhara chakra, and the all mean the same and refers to one single particular area, and all the functions are understood differently by when approached in a different way. But this being the heaviest, it gravitates to the Mooladhara from the area of production, namely the brain. And from the Mooladhara, the process of Kayakalpa, Ashwini Mudra, churns the sexual vital fluid and separates the uh, ojas energy, biomagnetic energy, and the um, inseparable parts of the sexual vital fluid associated with the activity of somatic function, namely the cellular regeneration, repair, and all uh, keep up activity mechanism for the health of the body, physical body. And this being the heaviest of the seven tadus and location at the center, near the genetic center, and the genetic center being the functional center of the internal mechanics of the body, explains the importance accumulation of vital fluid at the center, and our Kaya Kalpa churning the vital fluid stored at the center of the Muladhara, namely the genetic center, and fractionally separates uh, the magnetic part, biomagnetic part into Ojas, and the rest into the heavier compounds associated with the somatic mechanics, cell regeneration, tissue improvement, and all other things are looked after by the other fragments. The spinning movement facilitated by Ashwini Mudra creates a centrifugation. This separates the Panchabhutas separately, the solid confines to the bottom, liquid just above that, and the heat there, the fire element takes the next spot, and then the ojas and the biomagnetic aspects take above that. So when it is ojas breath is taken, the magnetic part is totally absorbed into the uh, ojas breath, inspiration of the ojas breath, and moves to the higher centers. And the lower, heavier panchabhutas stay at the Mooladhara itself. This is related to their density and ability to move with the ojas breath. Leela Vinodan, is it clear?
Yes. Very nice, sir. I'm really understood fully. I'm very much thankful to you. Very nice. I'm really understood fully, sir. There is no further doubt.
Okay,
I
okay,
have
okay, sir.
some other small questions, very simple questions. When we do the Ojas Moche, the energy flows through Susumna Nadi path or Idagala Pinkala path. That many times
Far
people
as the,
are.
yes, sir. Let me answer. As far
Yes,
as
sir.
the movement of the energy synthesized by Kayakalpa practice, Ashwini Mudra, and other practices, they are in movement in the biomagnetic circulation of the body. And this movement, you will appreciate the periphery, where the sense organs are there, where the beta waves are there. The beta, alpha, and theta waves, they are all faster than the delta regions, where the spin is 0 to 4. So the the higher dense energy associated with the ojas breath comes to the core of the biomagnetic circulation, and the ojas breath exerts more breath on the core of the spinning system. And so the synthesized purely magnetic, not even the fat of the Panchabhutas are coming in this thing. The ojas and the biomagnetic traction, they move faster to the cerebrum, the brain, and less the other contents move relatively to the density of their weight in the spinning system. Okay.
I just
Yes, sir.
may I ask a question?
Please answer, sir.
Well, I have question, not answer. So, Swamiji has simplified these exercises, to elevate the energy. How does this Kaya Kalpa that Swamiji has developed compare with the Mahaband in the traditional yoga system that includes Mulbandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha.
Mahabandha.
Right. Mahabandha. Mahabandha includes
Yes.
all those three.
Yes, yes.
So how does it compare? And does Mahabandha is more powerful? Is it more powerful and faster to lift the energy,
Anyway,
or this? Because Swamiji has simplified it with different postures also.
yes,
Some to perform in the morning and some in the evening. So
yes.
I just wanted to see if there is any comparison and the benefits of each one,
The Ojas breath contributes to a negative pressure in the chest by the process of assuming the Keshari Mudra and putting the tongue on the uh, uh, posterior most part in the palate possible by lifting the tongue backwards. It creates a constriction by the pharyngeal, nasopharyngeal muscles there, reflexly contracting produces a relative contraction at the nasopharyngeal level. And the Ojas breath facilitates, keeps open the lower part of the nasopharyngeal region, namely the oropharyngeal region. And with the negative pressure created by the expansion of the chest, which is uh, contributing to the expansion of the chest, and the space within the thorax increases by uh, the sudden inspiration with the tongue positioned at the said part. So this facilitates a negative pressure in the chest, which sucks the pelvic contents, and the other half beautifully timed by Maharishi, that is the voluntary movement of the thought force, lifting the energy from the abdomen, chest through the Sahasradhar, the higher centers. This synchronized movement of the negative pressure created by the abdomen thorax expansion and the suction pressure is facilitated by the mental lift, upward lift by the thought force, takes it to the uh, takes us to the brain. And this is the composite coordinated activity of the Ojas breath, and which is so beautifully explained by Maharishi Swamiji. Ashwinji, am I correct? Ashwinji?
I'm sorry, I had to unmute me. When you were talking, I muted. Yeah, you're correct. The one major difference that I saw is the Kesari Mudra, inclusion of the Kesari Mudra, which also activates your pineal gland and directly affects the hormonal system activation in the entire body. That is missing in Mahaband. The other part I may have to think over and
We will continue with
right,
this discussion in the
but how
subsequent weeks also.
yeah. I think this topic is not just for one session. That's how I envision it. It may require 2-3 sessions easily, because it's
With a direct disciple of Maharishi Ashwinji, we have to take more from you. So we will give more
I don't know.
opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not as knowledgeable as you are. You had so close contacts with him, direct contact. So, and there are many in this
The-
group who
e-
had
Each
any.
contact, the Ashwinji Maharishi relationship is different from Rabindranath Maharishi. So we will take
He was
which is
equal to
valuable.
everybody. Let me put it this way.
Yeah. Right,
um,
sir.
um, what was I missed something that I wanted to ask? Okay. Uh,
Okay.
I wanted to uh, understand like different postures that we do in Kaya Kalpa.
We will
Mm,
we will take
Okay.
it up
All right. All right.
next sir.
Thank you. No
Yes.
problem. No problem. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I can finish it off now itself. Yeah. The uh, Kayakalpa process is little bit complicated just because of the way the levator ani muscle, the pelvic floor muscle, is uh, originating and uh, ending. They takes origin along the pelvic brim and gets inserted into the central tendinous portion of the levator ani. And I imagine the uh, distribution of the fibers of levator ani when there is contraction of the levator ani pelvic floor muscle takes place, the funnel shaped muscle pelvic floor becomes flat, and this when relaxed assumes the funnel shape again. So this is very effective in producing the churning action of the uh, Ashwani Mudra, and that is acting in the it is helping in fractionally separating the centrifuged content of a spinning system, centrifuged system. When we centrifuge the blood in test tubes in a centrifuge machine, the solids, RBCs, and the cells, they go to the bottom. Next, the serum proteins and the layer above is concerned with the magnetic and the lipid fraction. The the froth is at the top of the spinning system, and that contains most of the uh, essential amino acids and the uh, hormones which are connected with the higher particles of importance. They are taken by the Ojas breath dynamics, the slow at the bottom and the fastest at the top of the vertical disposition of the spinning contents at the center of the centrifuge. So there the uh, Ojas energy goes to the top and distributes the uh, magnetism to the brain cortex more so. Then our uh, expiration of the ojas breath pushes that energy from the top of the skull to the entire body like a shower bath. Okay. So in this, the muscle levator being a circular origin, a funnel-like disposition, has the different positions we occupy during Kayakalpa is especially to give preference to the less utilized portion of the contraction, the separation, and the isolation of the uh, ojas energy and the uh, higher essential fragments of the proteinous layers of the uh, components of the spinning system. The sexual vital fluid, when it is subjected to the centrifuge, it gives out the OJ's energy more easily, and it is confined to the central portion. And this is the central core portion is the uh, area which has the maximum thrust, the suction ability in the core of the center where spin of the spinning system, where the movement is almost 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, like that, and so the upward movement is facilitated more. And for this sake, the standing posture helps certain parts of the spinning system, 3D spinning system. And then in Vajrasana, it is differently located. And in Jayasana, it is still. The position is different, and the disposition of the uh, cooked contents in the biomagnetic field is facilitated to move up to the brain. And this is the reason why he has given the muscles relax better when it is in standing posture, in Vajrasana posture, in Jayasana posture, with the head up, raised up, and the spine assuming a curvature with the concavity in the front of the portion of the abdomen, convexity below this thing. So this makes the mm, movement of the essential uh, magnet fragments move up to the brain. That is, though not complete, an attempted explanation of the various postures suggested by Maharishi. Is it okay, Ashwinji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Before we end the session, I wanted to share something with you. I have the audio and video of Swamiji. Whenever I used to see him, I used to tape them. But unfortunately, all my original cassettes that I had recorded on, they got degraded over time. But with some quality degradation, I still could harvest some of it. It so happened that I even lost my old family videos, pictures, and everything too, like that. But I wanted to share with you, but these are huge files. So if Vijayalakshmi or Tarun, they are the admins, if they can help me how I can share, and then at least people will have some glimpse of the Swamiji's talks. And maybe the audio probably is clear, you know.
We really missed you when you came to Aliar.
I tried to contact you, doctor. I called you several times. You never responded. I'm sorry. But
I'm sorry. The same sorry I'm repeating as my the sharpness is coming down with mm, anti-Kaikalpa effect. The senility is taking over, and I am not that sharp. And
that's okay. Your physical sharpness is going down, not your spiritual. Let me tell you this.
Somehow we have to satisfy our activities.
But I
Okay,
do
sir.
plan to visit again, maybe later this year.
No, we will pre-plan your visit. so that
Certainly.
we will coordinate the available sources of the usual information which you want from earlier, the audio visual system and the store there. We will try to coordinate with that. And though I cannot, I don't have a good control over that system, I will try to, being from research, I will try to exploit the position and get what all you want, because mm, if
Well,
I get it for you, it is our life force group's
yeah,
possession.
at least I wanted
Alternatively,
to share with the group.
Ashwinji,
Yes,
Ashwinji, I
sir.
have a NAS at home, which can be accessed anywhere in the world if you have proper login and password. I can create a folder, and you can upload it there when you get time, and then depending on how we can do it, we can share it across to people, and eventually by the time when Dr. Iyer finds out how to host it on the Vedatrian sites, we can then transfer it there.
Okay, no problem. I have a very high speed FTP facility available also, so I
Yeah,
can upload it through FTP also, if whatever. But I can communicate with you, Tarun, and
yeah, sure, Ashwinji.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, to all the audience, uh, how do you feel about today's deliberations? Useful? Or I see Arunakaran, who has been keeping silent. Your voice, your ideas, Arunakaran. Arunakaran ji, unmute yourself.
Hormonal regulations. Kayakalpa means whether I am very not particular about the hypothalamus or pituitary or a target organ. Which hormone you have been talking about? All these mechanisms. So, serotogenesis factor or the synthesis of testosterone, how these factors are regulated. Hormone, which hormone? That's what I wanted to know.
So the estrogen, the testosterone, or the
Yeah.
gonadal secretions, and which is referred to in this presentation also, and the other, the minor hormones, which may be, if we happen to consult the physiologist, he may be able to give the very idea of sharing this presentation of AI here, though it is a controversial one. It has brought so many uh, less focused areas, and we are looking into it. We will review. We have 3 more presentations in this. What we have finished is number 1, 2, 3, 4. We will take it up later, and the newcomers for the day, Sai Vedant, Rekha Arun, Reshmi. Just voice yourself.
The mitochondrial star protein regulations, synthesis of testosterone, how the IGALPA is triggering the synthesis like that. I wanted to reading and reading.
Yes, but and I'm glad today you got an opportunity to ventilate your reading assimilated ideas. Thank you, sir. Communicate
Okay,
it
sir.
with Vijay Lakshmi, share with Vijay Lakshmi. We can
Okay.
incorporate in the Life Force group. Okay, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to add. I hope people are able to hear me. I'm just in a
Yes, yes.
like I'm on
I
the move. I'm on the move, so people might hear some background noise. I'll tell you this: the
in
whole
spite of that,
idea.
you are very clear. Yes, sir. Proceed.
Uh, the whole idea of just involving the AI in the like the modern technology meeting the ancient science or the ancient yogic science is great idea, but I will say that I will be very skeptical to take everything from it. And as you say that it is controversial, it is well said. But the bottom line is like if you ask AI like more than once or twice, it is supposed to bring few like three different answers, three different versions of results. Like so, if you ask the same topic second time, it's supposed to give you a totally a different answer, and then if you ask for the third time, it will give you another totally different answer, maybe related, maybe slightly different. So how can I bank on that in the results? What we get from that is first question. And the second thing is, from my understanding, it is a body mind exercise, and it's an experiential, it's an experience based thing. And you are the pioneer in that. Like like for me, working in pain area, I will say that I mean a person with a weak mind is more vulnerable. So for myself, that if I want to get someone very strong, I will always start with Kaigalpa. And once they have the SVF bit stronger, and of course, someone mentioned about both the quantity and the quality, and like the intensity and the purity of it, like everything gets better. And I see a direct correlation between the purity and the mind thoughts. Like when it is not pure, everyone has SVF, and when the SVF, the purity, which is equal to the quality, like when it is not great, like the thoughts are all over. And even that's what they call that the thoughts which is way down is like it just makes them to behave in particular way, which can be antisocial also. But the subtle and the divine thoughts always, I mean, it's a sublimation, it is sublime, and it's always on the top, like in Sahasrara chakra or the crown chakra. So my point here is it's more of mind and magnetism, and I will stay and stick to that theory. There is an interaction between the biology and the psychology or the mind part of it, and as a result of that, you get a spiritual elevation or the spiritual part of it. Like so, my take from this session is it's good to explore few venues there. It is good to listen to a few things, a few aspects of it from the AI, but the original version of body mind interaction and anti aging from the biomagnetic principles of keeping the cells together, like having the polarity, the positive and minus, the positive charge and the negative charge, which is intense, keep the cells together with the cell membrane so that you can stay younger. And I still like leave it at the same knowledge. Like
See, what you have referred as the polarity and the charges, the magnetism, all governed by simple physical laws. The complicated biological mechanism follows the basic simple physical laws, and it is easy to understand who is not a physicist or this thing. I'm able to understand probably because of the medical knowledge. But this is very simple. It is where the SPF is stored, it is at the core of the genetic center. And it is very, very difficult to contaminate as the simple physical laws operating within the body are stronger than the others. And the other point is bringing in AI into the life force proceedings is only for the number of uh, points which are new to us. And I want you to take up what is applicable, what is rational. And The all negative points with AI or do exist. That's why the human individual brain and the mind and the uh, body mind life force acts better than any AI. I agree with that, and I am only exposing the possibilities of seeing so many things in this. And we have some more to share, which we will uh, have it when Maharishi permits. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Yes.
Namaste. Can I do two questions, very short question?
Who is it? Is it Manisha?
Julia.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your guidance from all of you. But I have two questions. Sorry about my ignorance. The first question is, in the process of Kaya Kalpa, why is performed the Ashwini Mudra and not the Mula Bandha Mudra? And the second question is, I understood in the process of transformation from sexual energy and oyas, when biological energy is transformed in oyas, but the physical part of the seven dhatu, chukra dhatu, what is the seven, is possible reverse this dhatu in the other dhatus, previous dhatus, bones, etc. In Kaya Kalpa process, it's possible to reverse this physical part of the productive organs, productive organ, which is possible to transform in the previous status. I don't know if you understand my question.
I'm glad. I welcome your uh, detailed big question, and it requires a complete answer. So you get my number from uh, this thing, Vijay Lakshmi, and we both will discuss it separately. Is it okay?
Okay.
Julia, ma'am?
Yes, thank
Right.
you so much. And also about this, why is Ashwini Mudra and no Mulabandha Mudra? That I don't, is not clear for me.
We will discuss all points which you want explanation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Seth. Thank you for
Okay.
all your guidance. It's very profound and helping. Thank you.
And Julia, madam, you will bring the answers back to the group. So everyone,
we
and so
will
everyone,
share
so
it.
you have the question, and you have the answers, and you bring it back to the group. So we all
Yes.
assimilate the same knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
That's lovely. But the earlier point that I was trying to mention, when we do the Ashwini Putra, the contraction, like basically from the proctology workshops, from my own experience, like sometimes we have to slip the fingers in to know the tone of the pelvic floor muscles, and then also to see where it is resting and what is the power and stuff like that. I know Dr. Devi and yourself can understand, or any other doctors in the group can understand that. From my own understanding and my own kind of self analysis or kind of self research, what I found is, like, I know people can agree or feel free to disagree, and also feel free to challenge me. Basically, the pelvic floor muscles, which is the muscles that we all sit on, or it's just that, or the anal muscles. It is, like as doctor said, it is a kind of circular muscles. That's all fine, but we call them as a diaphragm. It's same like how your breathing muscle diaphragm is curved in, and that is very responsible for your breathing. And the pelvic floor muscle is also like a trampoline, and is also like a diaphragm. So it has downward movement, and also it has an upward movement. But there is a resting state where it stays in the middle. That resting state can be at different level for different people. And if they have that pelvic floor muscles resting slightly higher, where it is too tight and the tone is very high, and they may not be able to get a very good contraction, up and down contraction. So I can just give a small experiment for all of you in the group now, if that allows you. You just sit relaxedly and then put your mind onto your the anal muscles or the pelvic floor muscles, and try to just pull it in or squeeze it up, and then see how far you can bring it in. Let's rate it like 0 to 10. 0 is you're not able to pull it in, and 10 you can pull it in fully, like to the maximum length. Now, you can rate it yourself. You don't have to disclose this to me. Now, you just pull it in and you just put a number on it. Let's say that's 5. Okay, so that shows that that's where you're able to pull it in, like the contraction. Now, let us do it in a different way. You start this movement by first pushing it out. Don't pull it in. All of you relax. First, push it out as if you have to push out your feces, as if you have to push out like your morning bowl or toilet. Push it out. Now you pull it back in all the way up, right to the roof, right to the roof. And then now you see how much you're able to contract. Let's put the numerical scale number on it from 0 to 10, how much you're able to bring it up in all the way. See the difference? When you push it out and you pull it back in fully, rather than pulling it back in from the midline, from the flattened position like. I'm looking for some feedback here.
The relaxation which we do as the last one exercise, the muscles are relaxed following the method which you said for Ashwini Mudra. That is bringing it in the just above the maximum relaxed position to the elevation and bring it back. This way, the relaxation is the second exercise which everyone did scores more than the first one, isn't it? So the same way, the relaxation of the skeletal muscles are also advised in some other practice, where relax and relax again. By double relaxation, they are able to relax the muscle to a lengthier fiber length is increased by double relaxation. So like that, there are various ways of relaxation, and each scores better than the one which is being practiced or not practiced. With repeated practice, you develop dexterity, you do it better. And this holds good to Ashwini Mudra also. And Dr. Swatantra Devi used to say, in the pelvic floor, you have 3 orifices. One is the urethral, the second is the birth canal, and the posterior most is the anal canal. And the contraction of the Ashwini Mudra focuses on the anal sphincter, but they exact the central portion of the birth canal, the vaginal part of it, is where the uterus, the cervix of the uterus is hanging upside down. So, in contracting the anal muscle sphincter, you can draw it forward to touch the place where the cervix of the uterus remains there, which is the exact point of the Muladhara, concerned with the Ashwin, the Kayakalpa practice. So if the contracted anal margin, anal sphincter comes and touches the cervix, it is more exactly the central position of assuming the central point of the genetic center of the genetic center there. So like that, we can improve the position of the Kayakalpa to a great extent that we will see in subsequent classes. Tarun, do you have Vijay Lakshmi here?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
We
Vijay.
have a time constraint. With,
Is it your time? Take it over.
yes.
I request you to get the contact numbers of the new members.
Liaman.
A
Okay.
sizable number have come today, and we will see.
Okay. So with the being of time constraint, now we are coming to the end of the meeting. So thank you for sharing all your thoughts, and put the great topic today with the Kayakalpa and the modern technology, how it is producing the different results that we have got a chance today to discuss. Wonderful, Aya. Thank you so much. This is not only the ancient thing. Now it is modern world, how it is connecting. That Aya put today very well. Thank you so much, Aya, again. With this, we'll conclude with the world blessings. May the world be blessed with plenty of rain. The farmers work to produce an abundance of grain. Let practitioners of all prosper, flourish, and grow. And culture progress through the need to share and grow. Let the rulers be beyond feelings of anger or fear, illiteracy, poverty, and all evils made to disappear. Let the true lamp of knowledge burn steady and bright. Our sense of duty guide us along paths always right. உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை ஒத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும், உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை ஒப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும், பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும், பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வு பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும், கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும், கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும், நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மெய் ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும். வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.